Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be another one of those videos. I've done one video like this, I want to say about a year or so ago, where I shared with you 5 alternatives for the Key Ceramides and Hyaluronic Acid Skin Barrier Repair Face Cream. I believe that's what it's called. I wanted to do a video like this on other products too, but for some reason I don't think I've found a product that is as much of a holy grail as that is. I think that's the best way to put it, in the way that since that video I still continue to purchase Key's moisturizer, which we're all referencing and talking about, but at the same time, every single time I talk about it or recommend it or any of that sort, people have come back to me and said that, you know, I've tried this product and it's not worked for me for this reason, that reason, etc. So I feel the need to recommend other ceramide moisturizers which A, are also fragrance free, B, come in 100-gram sizes, and C, are along the same price point. So that is what this video is going to be all about, and I am so glad to tell you that there are other alternatives as well. Some of these you might have already tried out, or you might already know that are similar. The ingredients though are not going to be the same. I just want to let you know that. The only thing is they're all fragrance free, but apart from that, the ingredient, textures, consistency, etc. is going to be a little bit different, and I'm going to tell you exactly what is different, so that it will then probably work for you. Because if we think about it, if the ingredients are going to be exactly the same, probably the formula is going to be very similar too, and then the chances that the other products don't work for you can also be pretty high, like the chances of that. So truly, these are not dupes, these are alternatives, because there are so many products out there on the market today that it is very easy to find something that works for you. So if one product doesn't work for you, there is probably something else that will. So we don't have to feel like, oh, I cannot find anything that's going to do this for me or do that for me. No, you will definitely find something. We just have to look in all the right places, and hopefully we don't have to spend an arm and a leg to get an alternative that works for us. So without any further ado, let's jump into it and let's get started. The first product which I have to speak about is from Foxtale actually. Now before we jump in, I should tell you a little bit about the Key moisturizer, in the sense that why do I love it so much, what is the price point, etc. So the first thing is, it's a nice creamy moisturizer which I feel like is medium weight. It works for me both in the daytime as well as in the night time, but in the daytime, if I'm using it, I'll make sure to use a more mattifying sunscreen, probably something like the Deconstruct Gel sunscreen, or even like the Pilgrim Vitamin C sunscreen, which I'm currently using. I'm wearing it today as well. So something like that I would probably use along with this. I will not use something like Dermaco's 1% hyaluronic acid sunscreen gel, because that is not truly a gel, it's more of a cream. So cream and cream together for oily skin or even combination skin is not ideal, at least not for my skin type. If you have dry skin, you will probably love it, but for me personally, I'll pair this with a more mattifying sunscreen if I'm using it in the daytime. And in the night time, it works perfectly because I don't wake up looking or feeling greasy the next morning. It basically sinks in and gets absorbed completely. Now the price point for the earlier 100-gram size is actually very affordable. It's under 500 rupees. It's 395, and of course Key goes on buy one get one offer, so you will definitely be able to get this at a steal of a deal. But since the last video which I posted, they have now come out with this in a value size, which is 175 grams, and the 175 grams retails for 599 rupees. So still a little bit more under 500, above 500 rupees, but you're getting a ton of product in there, like a ton. It's going to easily last you for, I want to say, almost 2-ish months if you get the bigger size. So very, very economical, value for money, all those good things. And all the alternatives also, which we're going to talk about, have the same similarities. So I just wanted to put that out there before we get into the alternatives. And like I already told you, the first one which we're going to talk about is Foxtale's, it's called Nourishing Moisturizer. Now earlier when I tried it out, it was only available in a 50-gram size, but now they've made this like a bigger product, and it's available in 100 ml, I should be very specific, and it also retails for 395 rupees. Now this one I would say is just like a 5% thinner version of the Key one, and I haven't used it in the daytime, but I'm pretty sure that if you use it in the daytime with a mattifying sunscreen, like I said for Key, this would still work for you. It's got all the same things that one does. It's fragrance free, it's a nice creamy moisturizer, not too thick or too heavy, not too lightweight. It's it's just perfect in my opinion, works just as well. And again, like I said, I have used the smaller size tube of it, and the packaging is a little bit different. This one comes in a bigger packaging, which is again really great. And did I mention it's the same price point? Yeah, 395 rupees for 100 ml. So yes, it is a win in my opinion. And Foxtale also does buy one get one, buy two get two offers, so you can definitely get it at the same discounted price also. So yes, highly recommend this. If you have other favorites from Foxtale and if you're placing an order, would definitely recommend that you check it out. Now moving on next to a brand which I would say a couple of years ago I would stay away from, but recently this brand has come up with a lot of products which are really good, and I'm talking about Conscious Chemist. So they have their multi hyaluronic acid moisturizer which says intense hydration for 24 hours, and this also comes in a 100-gram size, which is amazing. Now I have to tell you that this is a little bit more expensive. It is 499 rupees for 100 grams. So again, there is a little bit of a difference in the price point, about 100 rupees or so. But you can also again get this at buy one get one offers, which is still going to cost you, like I said, 100 rupees more. But I still wanted to share this option with you in case you are placing a Conscious Chemist order. You can consider it. It's also fragrance free. It also has pretty much, I want to say, the same consistency. Like if I did Dot & Key on this side and then Conscious Chemist on this side, you will not be able to tell a difference between the two, which is why I love it. And again, like I said, I would go with Dot & Key because it comes in the biggest size and it's got the best value for money. But if I'm considering that, I want to place a Conscious Chemist order and they have a sale going on, I could probably pick up something else and then add in this, because I know I've used it, it works, it does all the same things basically. So I mean, why not, right? Okay, now the next three products I'm going to talk about are a little bit different in the texture and consistency. Conscious Chemist and Foxtale were basically like identical. Like if I blindfolded you and I gave you a little bit in each hand, you could not tell the difference. But with these next three ones, there is a smidgen of a difference, actually more than a smidgen I would say. So first let's talk about the lightest out of all the moisturizers. This is even lighter than the Dot & Key one, to be very honest. So I feel like if you have oily skin, combination skin, and I've got this feedback that the Dot & Key one can be a little bit thick and heavy for certain people, especially if you have like super duper oily skin. Like even the packaging on the product says that it's not for oily skin. I'm referencing the Dot & Key one basically, but this one I feel like you will not have that problem at all, because this is the most lightest and thinnest, most liquidy consistency of a moisturizer, but it still has the ceramides, it still locks in the moisture. It is actually a great daytime moisturizer. Like if you're someone who doesn't want a separate morning and a separate night cream, like two separate moisturizers, you just want one that will work for you in all seasons, both morning and night, this is what I would recommend to you. This is Aqualogica's 5 Barrier Repair Plus moisturizer. Okay, 5 Barrier Plus Repair moisturizer with avocado and 5 essential ceramides. It also comes in a 100-gram size, and the 100-gram size retails for 399 rupees. So again, it's just a smidgen, like 4 rupees more expensive than the Dot & Key one if we are comparing the 100-gram sizes. But this one is, like I said already, way more lighter in terms of the consistency. So for oily skin people, out of all the recommendations in this video, I feel like this is the one that you should try out first, and then you can decide if the Dot & Key, if this is better than Dot & Key or not basically. And even if you haven't tried Dot & Key but you have super oily skin, I would recommend you get this one first, and then you can try out other moisturizers in this video if you want to. But yes, that is that about the Aqualogica one. Now the next two which we're going to talk about are basically identical in my opinion. They are again a little bit different than Dot & Key, and I'll tell you how. So basically, the fourth product we're going to speak about is Dermaco's 5% Nia-Ceramide. So it's like a play on words. It's got niacinamide but also ceramides deep moisturizing cream with 5% niacinamide and 1% ceramides. Now Dermaco has a couple of different moisturizers, and there are also some which I'm going to be trying out soon, which I haven't tried out yet. But this one specifically, which I'm referencing, I will of course have photos on the screen. I will have it linked down below as well, so it doesn't get confused with anything else. because they have a couple of different products in the Nia-Ceramide range in terms of just moisturizers. So this is the deep moisturizing cream. It is the third heaviest in terms of you know, how moisturizing it is. For example, we have two more versions which are lighter than this, and this is the third one. There's also a fourth version which is heavier than this, which I haven't tried out yet, so I'm not going to compare that. But this particular version, I feel like, if you know what like a balm feels like, or what like a skin salve feels like, that's what this feels like. It's got the ceramides, it's got the moisturization, but at the same time it has more of a dry down on the skin, and like it's very balmy, it's not as creamy, and when you apply it on the skin, it almost kind of doesn't have any sort of a sheen. Like with certain moisturizers, you know, initially you can see a sheen on the skin. This one doesn't have a sheen at all, so that is something which I feel like is very unique, considering that it's called a deep moisturizing cream and it is pretty moisturizing too. So you will get all the benefits that you will get with the Dot & Key one, but with this one, because it's got that balmy consistency, I feel like I use lesser product, and because I use lesser product, even a 100-gram tube goes a long way. Like for example, if the Dot & Key 100-gram tube would last me for about 30 days or 35 days, this one would last me 45 days because I'm using a little lesser product and the tube is lasting me for a longer time. So if you're looking for value for money in that sense, then I would also recommend this one. Now the price on this is again a little bit more expensive. It's 449 rupees for 100 grams. So if you compare, like, it's a 50 rupee price difference. Now considering that you're getting more uses out of this, it could probably be a better, you know, value for money in that sense, even though you are initially spending a little bit more, but the product is lasting you longer as well. So again, do the math according to you and according to what works for you. I'm just here to give you all the information basically. And then the last moisturizer which we have is basically everything that I said about the Dermaco one. It's like copy paste basically. It is the exact same, like the balmy salve consistency, and I didn't mention this for every single product, but again, they are all fragrance free. That is key for me personally. I always try to keep my skincare fragrance free, like for the most part, and then there are certain exceptions, but yes, in usually I prefer everything to be fragrance free. That's the first choice that I go for. So yes, the last product we're going to speak about is the Pilgrim 5 Ceramides Barrier Repair Moisturizer. Now this is exactly the same price as Dot & Key. It's 395 rupees as well. Of course, I forgot to mention, I think for Aqualogica and Dermaco, they also do their buy one get one offers all the time, and so does Pilgrim. I feel like Dermaco and Aqualogica might do it like 4 or 5 times in a year. Pilgrim does it way more often than that, and what I like about this one, and I think that's one of the reasons this is going to become a frequent repurchase for me, is because Pilgrim is like basically always on offer. Like with Dermaco, with Dot & Key, I have to wait for the buy one get one offer, and I usually stock up till the next time they'll do a buy one get one offer. With this, I feel like I won't have to have so much of back stock, because if I buy 2, it's gonna easily last me for like 2 to 3 months, and then by then the next sale would, you know, come again, so I won't have to like stock up and buy a lot of this. So that is also one of the reasons why I feel like it's a good you know, fit in general regardless. And like I said, I will strongly suggest and recommend each and every single one of these. They all you know, will cost you roughly the same amount of money, I think, but it completely depends on which brands you purchase from and which one suits you the best. If you have tried out any of these, and if you also think that my review and my description was helpful, please feel free to share your thoughts down below if you have tried any of them out, and what do you think about them basically. I would love to know. I just want to clarify once again that these are all alternatives for each other. They are definitely not dupes. I told you the difference between all of them in terms of the formula, texture, consistency, what product will work for what skin type, etc. So I hope that was helpful. And yes, if you would like me to continue doing these videos where I talk about ceramide moisturizers, then please let me know down below. I'm already going to start preparing for my part 3 video. And if there are any other products that you would like me to share alternatives for, dupes for, or talk and discuss with you guys about, then let me know. But that's going to be it for this one. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm going to see you in my next one. Until then, bye guys. Bye bye.